My dad grew up in a small village in Nigeria in abject poverty. Because of that, he didn't really have a whole lot of opportunities. Ended up working as a janitor and doing some other odd jobs until he met this beautiful woman, my mother, and said, let's go to this place called the United States. Let's live the American dream. I'm OJ Oleka. I'm from Frankfort, Kentucky. For me, growing up in Frankfort was actually a pretty awesome experience. It's the small town feel, it's the capital. People care about where you're from and they also care about you. And for me, that meant going to great schools, that meant having a wonderful church and a family and community that really valued me and my sisters and my parents. It's those kinds of opportunities that make this country so great. It's those kinds of opportunities that make Kentucky so special, where they can believe in anybody who comes here, who works hard. They can live the American dream, and the Kentucky promise is if you do that, then you can achieve anything for yourself and for your kids. And that was part of the reason that helped me understand the benefit of every kid getting a quality education. The first job I had out of college was teaching. I taught middle school math. Every single one of my kids came from a low-income background. Every single one of my kids was black or brown. It meant that these kids were supposedly not going to be successful. But I learned two things. If you can give kids a good quality education, and if you can give the adults in their lives a good quality job, then you have the tools to change poverty overnight. And so because of that, every day I think about the students that I taught. I think about my parents and what they taught me. And I think if we can bring these things to everybody, if you can have good faith, if you can work hard, then you can create opportunity, because opportunity matters. Opportunity matters for the success of our kids. Opportunity matters for the health of our country. Opportunity matters for educational opportunity. Opportunity matters for our communities. We have to have it in order to get our country, in order to get Kentucky in the best place that it can be. Senator Tim Scott, I think, is one of the best leaders we have in this country. He's one of the best leaders we have because he believes in education. He's got this line where he says, education is the closest thing that we have to magic in this country. The thing about magic is that magic is the belief in the impossible, which means that education can do some pretty impossible things. It can take kids who come from low-income backgrounds, whether it's urban or rural, and create opportunities for them that they never thought they could even come anywhere close to. Magic and the impossibility of it through an education can take kids who thought that they couldn't have any success in the world. They couldn't get a college degree. They couldn't start a business. They couldn't do things that they thought were for the other kids on the other side of the tracks. And it makes those things possible.